me ask a real question. Why is it when the pastor needs a house, he asks the congregation to pay for it, but when you need a house, he tells you to pray about it? Make it make sense. He gets a mortgage-free house, a brand new car, a vacation to the Holy Land, a congregation-funded lifestyle. You get God's gonna make a way. Sow a seed. Have faith. And a ride back to your one-bedroom apartment with no AC. You're not a disciple. You're a donor. They say God provides. But apparently, you're the one providing for him. So let me say this with love. If you're paying for someone else's dream while being told to pray for your own, you're not being blessed. You're being hustled. Final thought. The Bible says, ask and you shall receive. But in church, it sounds more like, give and he shall receive. And when you finally ask where your blessing is, they say, don't question God. No, I'm not questioning God. I'm questioning your pastor's Cash App.
He
Oh,
said he's not questioning God.
wow. I have to say that this man is 100% right.
Yeah,
And I have all my mind. That's my mindset.
always,
That's my
always,
mindset.
always. I
Yeah.
always think about stuff like this.
That's why I don't have no issue. When I want to give, I give on my own
Yeah,
terms. You
yeah.
know. Yeah.
It's
So
always good to really give on your own, like whatever that the Spirit of God put in your heart to give. That's when you are giving willingly.
yeah.
Not when somebody call you out or says something, all of a sudden there is some emergency for the pastor. There is some emergency for the pastor's wife, emergency for pastor's car or a new house, all this. Then they begin to tell you to give willingly. The giving willingly is when you feel like you want to give offering willingly. You want to just sow a seed that nobody asks you for willingly. You want to pay your tithe willingly. But you see all this, God will just do it so God will multiply you.
Yeah, I was thinking about it was a time where I was living in Jonesboro, Georgia, and I was going to a particular big church there. Um, the pastor of the church, I'm not gonna lie, I love that church for some reason. I love that church. But the pastor, he always wanted this specific car. Like he just wanted this. He wanted this. Like I'm a say example. He wanted this Mercedes,
Hmm.
and he used to say, he used to preach it every now and then, every sermons, every not every other sermon, he'll
Hmm.
probably pitch it in that he want this particular car or whatever. So I even knew when I was younger that he's hinting. He's
Yeah.
hinting around. So one good day, it was his birthday coming up. And after Pastor finished preaching, he went to the back because they made him go to the back. And they put on the screen, oh, sorry, Mike. They put on the screen this particular car that he's been asking for years.
Hmm.
And they was like, it's a secret. Don't let the pastor know that we're trying to gather up money to buy him this car.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, the day that I see this is wild to me. And he ended up getting the car that he wanted. Um, so okay, what I'm saying is like, I'm okay with anybody want to give gifts to their pastor
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the guy is right. When people are suffering, and I was suffering during that time, they do say, well, just keep praying, keep believing. But them,
Juanita.
they
Juanita
give,
Bynum.
yeah, they get everything they want,
Yeah. Right
so
away. The
right
same
away.
week.
Yes.
Or the same service.
And when you go and ask the church for help, they want all sorts of
You gotta feel fun.
information and what. Well, my thing is like I get people can scam and take
Yeah.
advantage of the
Yeah.
church, but at the same time, like this person has been like sowing seeds and ties into your ministry for so many years. One good day that they struggling, it's hard for the church to give back to them.
It
It's
is.
crazy to me.
It is, and it's just quite annoying because the people have went to church so many times. A lot of people has run to church, I remember growing up, right? All this offering all the time. You go to the Reverend Father. Reverend Father will tell you, I don't know you. I'm not your family member. I'm not connected to you. So and I remember it was so hard for us because we just lost our father, right? And it was just only one Reverend Father who always help us.
Mm-hmm.
Then every other Reverend Father out there will have every excuses. Sometimes I know a lot of people go there for help or go
Yeah.
to pastors. Yeah, I get it, but I believe God will still lead you to do some things.
Yeah.
But at this age that we're in now, this new prophetic prosperity, whatsoever it is, no, it's none of their business. You will have to pay a ticket to even see that pastor, for you to even stand in his face, to even bring up whatsoever that you are going through.
That is true.
Yeah, you can't just get to them anymore.
That is so true.
Mm-mm.
I guess when churches get so big, you really can't have a one-on-one visit with the pastor.
Mm-mm.
Like when you go into a family church, you can
Yeah.
do that. But when they get too big, you can't do that no
But
more.
but they are the most ones that they will bring to the church to scam the church,
That's true.
because they are prophetic. So they will snuck them in for them to raise money. Like Juanita, you can't see her one on one. Like, so hard, it will be hard. Like all these people, it will be very hard for you to see them one on one. But they will stand in the altar, grab the whole thing.
So back in the day,
Yeah.
what do you think? What was your favorite? Like going to a small church or a big church?
Yeah, small church.
You like small
Yeah,
church?
small church.
Yes.
But Catholic is always big.
Mm-hmm.
They are big. So it's always a small church for me. So that that's when you see iron sharpened iron.
Mm-hmm.
People help each other. If there's any need, you see some things take care of. But the big church, nobody knows you.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Y'all, so this is me. Okay, so y'all gonna be very shocked about my answer. I do love small churches, and I went to several small churches more than big churches. But it was one big church that I was like, oh, I love it. It was no drama. I just went to church and went home. It was peaceful. Nobody didn't know me. I didn't want to know the pastor anyways. I just wanted to see him preach anyways. It was so peaceful. I mind my business. He prophesied to me a couple of times when I went up for prayer. I loved it. I loved it. And then the small churches, I love too. I love too now. But it'd be a lot of drama.
Yeah,
It'd be so much
because
drama.
it's like a little community that everyone knows each other. So it's always
Yes.
drama, fight, and all that stuff, gossip.
Yes, the big churches like you don't have time to make friends up in there. I mean,
Yeah.
that's my personality. I can make friends anywhere, but it's just like sometimes you just want to go to church, go back home. You
Yeah.
don't want to know church drama. And that's the thing I do like about big churches though.
Yeah, that's one thing too.
Yeah.
I love going to church and go home.
Yeah.
I don't like trying to make friends, so I just go there,
Yes, it's so much
go
drama.
home. You know.
Well, another pastor was kind of saying something a little bit similar. Let's
Yeah.
listen to it.
Yeah.
How can you give microphone to somebody to stand on your altar that you know is openly gay, and is the person that you now say God is the God of grace? You give them altar. People are coming to your altar to come and sing. Listen, they are coming to sing. You pay them 5 million to come and sing for 10 minutes, and your choir director and your choir members, you have not given them 30,000. And you are wondering why people are not loyal. Hello? You are not paying your staff salary. You are telling them to believe God. But your accountant is the one that will sign a check to give a music minister 5 million for 10 minutes ministration. Whereas it's 120,000 salary you have not paid. And we are saying people are not loyal. Let's think again. So none of your music minister can sing. All the people you are bringing as celebrity music minister is somebody that raised them, that gave them platform. If you give your own platform, they will also blow. Are we saying don't invite music minister? No. Are we saying don't pay them? No. But let's balance this thing. Because many of the people you are bringing, you know they are not living right. You know. It's not that you are assuming, you know. Some of them are climbing your pulpit. 3 people are pregnant for them now, and they are still pregnant. And you give them microphone because they are popular. They will bring crowd. They bring the crowd, but the cloud of glory will not come.
Wow.
Wow.
Do you hear that? The cloud of glory will not come. So it's just full of entertainment.
Did he say that they're trying to get clout, but they're not bringing a cloud of glory? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do you know him?
Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's kind of popular in Africa.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because I've seen the video flying so many places, but this is my first time really seeing him on this video.
Yeah. By this particular video, I
Yeah.
100% agree with him.
100%.
The musicians are acting up in church.
I know.
Every time I hear some musicians are getting somebody pregnant, several women too. You know, this is not the first time I'm hearing that, and that is crazy. Like, pastors do need to learn how to be loyal.
Yeah.
Like, you got singers in your church,
Mm-hmm.
and you wanna
Brand
hire,
Franklin.
you want to hire celebrity gospel artists, knowing they not living right, but you just want them to be basically entertain the people so they can get word of mouth. Oh, this celebrity came to the church to sing, and it happens often. My goodness, are we that desperate?
Spirit of God. They're just using the gift without the power of God. You know, now people will be even laughing at the choir that have been in the church for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. People will laugh at them.
Yes.
Look at they brought the celebrities that knows how to sing. No, they know how to get the money. That's all. They collected the millions, some move on, or thousands, some move on.
Yeah.
Not the singing, no.
Pastors are really, let's keep it real. We all know this. Pastors supposed to care, especially if you I guess you could say if you have that prophetic anointing and discernment to know when something is off about particular people that is playing music and singing. You know they're living right, and you know when they're not living right. But these pastors these days, I'm not saying all of them, they don't give a crap. Play music and go home.
Yeah.
And let me give you a little change.
Yeah.
You know, like we supposed to care because you allowing spirits to transfer into your church. As a pastor, you want your members to progress.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was a pastor and I had a church, me and you, pastor wife, I would say, I want my members to progress.
Yeah, to be blessed.
The more they progress, the more they are actually just leaving us alone.
Yeah, I know.
I'm joking, everybody, but seriously, you don't want, like, I don't know how it feels to be a pastor wife or whatever, but the more people are blessed, the more they're not crying to you all the time. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, if people are being blessed, yes, he makes the church to have a good spirit.
It really do.
People will come in like in the same spirit, in one accord. If they want to worship, if they want to pray, whatsoever they want to do, they do it in one accord. The joy flows out of it.
Yes.
You know?
Like if you're getting all the time, that's why pastors don't want, some pastors that are in the mega are growing up. They don't want nobody to come to the office no more because they getting a bunch of complaining and like, pray for me. I need help. I need your help. And pastors, the way they're living this life is they don't care. They don't care about people going through, and they tired of it. And so they don't really know the true stories of really what's going on in their members' life. Small churches, the pastors know what their people are going through. They hear the cries, they hear the complaints. But I guess that when years go by, pastors get a little weary of that.
Yeah.
But that's the calling that God have upon your life.
I know when so many times Jesus Christ want to rest, but these people keep coming. You gotta do the work of God.
Yeah, you do. I would say this though, is that don't allow it to be your fault that your members are not blessed. Let it be their own fault. That's what I mean. Like, if something going on in their personal life, then that's them. But don't let the Lord come to you and say, the reason why your members are doomed is because of the presence of Satan in your church.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Thank you so much for watching.
We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye, yo.